The stat for sale by owners, sellers wish they'd seen first. The number one mistake homeowners regret after selling on their own. There's one mistake that homeowners almost always regret after selling without an agent, and it has nothing to do with paperwork or marketing or even paint color. It's pricing. So, if you've been thinking about selling this year, this is something you really want to understand before you make any decisions. Quick note before we dive in. If you like honest, straightforward real estate advice without pressure, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future updates. Okay, let's bring this back home and talk about pricing and why it trips up so many sellers. Over the years, I've worked with a lot of homeowners, buyers, sellers, people who tried to sell on their own, and people who came to me after trying. I didn't know how to price my home correctly for today's market. Not yesterday's market, not what their neighbor got last year, but today's market. Here's the part that really stands out. 59% of homeowners who sell on their own end up dropping their price at least once. That tells us something important. It's not that they didn't try. It's that pricing a home correctly is more nuanced than most people realize. And here's something most homeowners don't realize, and honestly something that really separates professional pricing from guesswork. When I run comps, I'm not just looking at what a home originally listed for. I pay much closer attention to the price that actually got that home under contract. Because that's when the market raised its hand and said yes. The original list price might show ambition, but the contract price shows reality. That's one of the first ways I help sellers bring it back home, by grounding pricing in what buyers actually responded to, not what someone hoped would happen. Here's why sellers get pricing wrong. Most sellers start with good intentions. They look at online estimates, Zestimates. They look at what a neighbor's home sold for. They factor in how much they've spent on upgrades. And while all of that feels logical, it doesn't always line up with how buyers and appraisers are actually making decisions right now. Pricing isn't about what you hope to get. It's about where your home fits today against current inventory, buyer demand, interest rates, condition, location, and timing. Another thing I see all the time is sellers comparing homes based only on bedrooms and bathrooms. And I get it, that feels logical. But pricing goes way beyond bedroom and bathroom counts. Square footage matters. Condition matters. Smells matter. Buyers notice cigarette smoke smells, cat and dog urine smells, and even smelly shoes immediately. Also, floor plans and their flow matters, especially how the kitchen connects to the main living space. Bedroom placement matters. Split bedrooms for privacy and layout affect value. Lot placement matters too. A home backing to open space or a view does not price the same as one backing to a busy street. And demand matters. What buyers are actively looking for right now. Buyers don't walk in with spreadsheets. They walk in with a feeling. Pricing has to reflect how a home lives, not just how it reads online. This is where things really start to unravel. Once a price reduction hits the market, the story around your home changes, even if nothing else has. They see it as a red flag. Buyers stop asking, is this the right home for us? And they start asking, why hasn't it sold? They assume there's a reason, and it's usually not a good one. The reality is price cuts change buyer behavior. Buyers negotiate harder. They ask for more concessions, and they feel justified pushing. That shift alone can cost sellers thousands. Those first few weeks on the market matter more than most people realize. Pricing correctly from the start creates urgency. Overpricing, even slightly, kills momentum. And once momentum is gone, it's very hard to bring it back home. What happens next is what I call chasing the market. The home starts high. It sits. There's a reduction. Then another reduction. By the time the price is right, the perception is already damaged. What surprises a lot of sellers is that many end up walking away with less money after a price drop than if they had priced correctly from the beginning. More days on market, more negotiations, more concessions, more stress. And by the time the home finally sells, the regret just isn't emotional. It's financial because it's less money. If you're even thinking about selling, whether it's next month or next year, the smartest first step is clarity. not guesswork, not online estimates, not hoping buyers will see the value. Send me a message. I'll walk you through what your home could realistically sell for in today's market and how to position it properly from day one. Because the goal isn't just to sell, it's to sell well without regrets. And if this was helpful, make sure you subscribed. I share honest local market insights like this regularly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.